you talking over me again?
I'm asking you.
Are you talking over me again?
You asked me.
Are you?
Believe it or not, the shrieking shrew is the leader of the House of Commons and the Labour MP for Manchester Central. More of this squabble later in the video. Diego Garcia is a mysterious strategic military base amongst the Chagos Islands in the Indian Ocean. Senator Kennedy is apoplectic about Sir Keir Starmer surrendering the islands to Mauritius, pressured by the useless United Nations.
All in an effort to curry favour with the people at the United Nations, who walk around with their NPR tote bags and their organic broccoli and have great relationships with members of the media who they think write history. Why on God's green earth would we do that? Why?
More from Kennedy later. A passionate tirade from Robert Jenrick.
Keir Starmer is refusing to tell us how much of your money he is squandering on his surrender deal for the Chagos Islands. In fact, the only place you can find out is not in our parliament, but in the Mauritian parliament, where it's reported to be costing us £18 billion. What does that mean to you? Well, it would cost £1.3 billion to give our pensioners back their winter fuel allowance. It would cost £2.5 billion over 5 years to unwind his cruel family farm tax. Even the London Olympics, frankly, only cost £12 billion. And this isn't just a waste of money. This is a sellout for the United Kingdom. This is traitorous, and it's time Keir Starmer came clean.
Back for an entertaining squabble on Political Live with a shrieking shrew, with Richard Holden highlighting the shrew hasn't got a clue what is going on.
They're nonsense.
Well, what are they then, Lucy?
You know they're nonsense.
What are they then?
They're nonsense,
If they're nonsense,
and
then
you know
what
they're
other things,
nonsense.
Lucy?
Well, hang on.
You don't know, do you, Lucy?
No, they're nonsense.
You don't know, do you?
They will become clear, but I know that they are nonsense.
Right, well, let's talk...
And so it's ridiculous.
Well, Richard and
so
Lucy...
you want to get onto that whilst ducking the very important issue here, which is, it's in our national interest and it's in our national security.
Absolutely not in our national interest.
It's in our national
China's national interest.
Don't shout over me. Don't shout over me.
Just keep
it's not
it calm.
a good look. It's in our national
You can't
security.
even answer the question about how much it's going to cost.
Are you talking over me again?
I'm asking you.
Are you talking over me again?
You asked me.
Are you?
Richard,
okay, can I speak?
Richard and Lucy, just
can I speak?
cool it.
What might be the future? It's quite clear now what's come out very quickly from this government, trying to move at an immense pace, because this has happened. Remember, this happened within a few months of Labour getting into office as well. Was a deal around the future, some money. Lucy won't tell us.
I'll come to that, Lucy, with the money in a minute.
It's actually going to cost us. There's real issues now which have developed over the last few years around not just the Silk Road initiative from China, but the massive land grab across the Indian Ocean and the Far East. There are huge international implications around that. We don't know the opinions of the American administration, our closest ally, our other NATO allies. I mean, Lucy, do you know any of the opinions of the US government about this, or around? Can you tell us the money?
Do you know the negotiations that your government were doing? Were you privy to those?
Kennedy makes an impassioned plea, vital for the security of the Western world, hoping President Trump will veto the Chagos deal.
President Biden and Vice President Harris want to appease the United Nations in China. And President Trump, please, pretty please with sugar on top, pick up the phone and call the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and say, don't sign that treaty. Don't give away the Chagos Islands. Don't give away America's military base. Don't do it. If we object, they won't.
There you have it. The Chagos Islands, known as the Archipelago, has been under British rule since 1814. Diego Garcia is around 1,020 miles from Mauritius. The majority of Chagosians live in Mauritius, but also in the Seychelles and the UK. Firstly, I concur they should have the option to live on one of the islands. Secondly, I oppose the islands being ceded to Mauritius. It is without question the islands should stay under British rule. The United Nations and its mouthpiece, the International Court of Justice, have decreed we, the UK, should surrender the islands to Mauritius. An important point to note, the UN have no enforcement mechanism. The following countries, Russia, China, France, USA, and last but not least, UK, have influence at the UN through the Security Council. An important point, meaning they have the power to veto any decisions. Senator Kennedy pleaded to President Trump to veto the deal. So far, Trump has made no comment publicly. Another issue, China's influence over Mauritius and regular incursions into British waters. Sir Keir Starmer is a staunch lefty with high moral principles. He is weak and bows to legal demands. It is ludicrous. We, the taxpayer, will foot £18 billion for a lease paid to Mauritius for something we, the British people, already own. Time will tell, deal or no deal. Trump will decide, not Starmer.